I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us.
Like a lot of our forefathers and people before us, anything we do now is foundation. That's what it's going to be. We probably won't make real significant changes. It's our kids and their kids. That's when the change is really going to come about. Any movement takes time. And so for us, what we have to realize is we might not see the fruits of our labor. We may never live to see it. We have to lay the groundwork. That's what's important now. The ones that are going to start something. So we may not necessarily know where it's going to go, but we have to make up our mind that no matter what comes, we're sticking to it. We're laying
down. Come up with an economic power structure. Just economics, just dealing with that per se. We have so many resources right now. Like she said, we basically spending our money on every other thing but that. We pull the money together. It's very simple. Very simple.
A lot of our people are very unconscious and they don't really know their history or where they're going. They're just out here just doing everything all willy-nilly. So, you know, we have to pool our resources, practice group economics. Like in Atlanta, the majority of Atlanta is over 50% black. But why is it just one movie theater carrying this movie? We should have our own establishment where we can show our hidden colors. Why is it only showing for one night only? You know what I'm saying? Across the nation, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? So even right now, we're having a discussion in this restaurant. How come we don't have our own restaurant to have this discussion? You know what I'm saying? So again, we need to pool our resources, build a foundation.
Alright, my name is Alexis Holyfield. I just graduated from Tuskegee University this past May, and thank you. And just in saying that, I'm a sales and marketing major, and a lot of people, you know, kind of turn their noses up at business majors in a sense because they feel like we don't do nothing and this, that, and the next. But it just became a reality to me just recently. A friend of mine, she's a clinical laboratory science major, and yeah, you know, I applaud it. Anybody who goes to college, I don't down nobody major. So I mean, do you whatever you do. But she was trying to start up an organization, and she was really resistant to some of the things that I was saying. But the fact of the matter is, us as business majors, we do know what we're talking about. We are learning things in our classroom that you aren't learning in your classroom. As far as he posed the question, well, why don't we have our own establishments? Well, why are they only showing it in one place? You already know the answer. The answer is we don't own anything. And so there are people like me, and in the business house, all of my instructors were black for the most part. The majority of my instructors were black, and they had already owned their own businesses. So what they were trying to instill in us was to become entrepreneurs, young black entrepreneurs. No matter what kind of job they were trying to get to us, they were saying, stay there for a little bit, get your capital up so you can build that credit, so you can get these loans, so you can start your own businesses. And that's what I aspire to do.
Japanese. He didn't just go straight to the Japanese. Michael Jackson, that took time. He accumulated those contacts, he accumulated his wealth, and then went over there and made the power moves. What happened was he was by himself though. So like they said, he got vulnerable. It's 20 of us. If we're all looking out for each other, we're going to make those power moves and make sure nobody is getting got to the best of our ability, you know? And at least if one of us falls, it'll be someone else to step up. There's nobody else stepping up after Michael Jackson as far as owning publishing rights. There's no other black person that's going to own the type of catalogs that he owns.
Things I've heard up to this point, with what we got to really do is come back to loving and trusting each other. Everything we're talking about, every relationship in the world, whether it's business, personal, whatever it is about trust and loving each other. To me, that's the foundation, is being able to the young lady here talking about she wants to do something, but she wants to make sure people have her back. That's exactly it. We have learned to not trust each other. We have learned to for example, starting a bank and all the things that we've heard on the film, pooling our money together, those kind of things. We have to break down those walls of distrust and skepticism amongst all of us. That's pretty much what I want to add.
Parents brought you up, you know, knowing who you were, that I was lost at one time, you know, chasing behind whatever the TV said was popular. My mom, you know, grew up dirt poor, so I was raised, as long as you get a good job, as long as you stay pretty thin, non-threatening, keep your hair straight, wear your hair long, keep your teeth white, you'll be okay. Guess what? I went to D.C., got me a nice corporate job, and still got treated like shit. So that was a wake-up call for me. It doesn't matter what you do. Some things you have to go through on your own. I know that we want to like pull as many people as we can, like ASAP, because we do need an army, but you can't force it. All you have to do is lead by example. I started seeing other black women who were doing their thing and embracing their blackness, and that inspired me to embrace mine. So if we have more of us saying, no, I'm not going to sit around and watch, you know, MTV. I'm not going to sit around and watch BET. I'm not going to keep giving them this money to put these people on who are detrimental to my children, my cousins, my nieces, my nephews, whatever they are. That starts with us. That starts with us saying, I'm not supporting this anymore. I'm going to be the example. I'm not waiting for Carrie Russell or whatever her name is, Kerry Washington, to get up and say, you know what, I want to rock my natural hair. I'm not going to be on TV pretending like I'm sleeping with a white man. We need to stop waiting for that. That starts with everyone here in this room.
Now, I'm serious. This is my last point. Are y'all familiar with the term autonomous? Y'all familiar with the term autonomous, right?
No.
You're not familiar with the term?
I have 4th grade education.
That doesn't mean anything. Like I say, this is a new era. We got the, you know, like Jeff was saying, we have the ability to go on the internet. We can read anything now, so there's no excuses with that. But I got you though. Look, the bottom line is, like, I hear a lot of times people be saying that statistically we fail in, let's just say, high blood pressure, diabetes. We are last when it comes to education. Divorces, etc. Right?
Thank you so much.
Check. All right. The bottom line is that we're living in somebody else's reality, and we're living in somebody else's reality. Until we become autonomous, start creating our own institutions, start creating our own dietary program, have our own government, deal with people as in the way, like, say for instance, if we have somebody go to jail or something like that, right? We have our own way that we deal with them. As in, if we lock them down, we might give them some type of educational program to build them up. Like, we have to have our own way, our own reality of seeing things. Because what you're getting right now, when people give us those statistics, those are not real statistics. We're not getting real information. The only real information is going to come is when we have our own culture, period. And we're going to have to do that through governmental structure. Like, right now, we can do that legally and lawfully. Like, we can actually, but that's what I'm saying, a lot of us are going to have to really come together and get on this program. Becoming autonomous, like, Israel just did this in 1949. Like, Israel just became a nation state in 1949. They just became autonomous in 1949. They just had their own official language in 1949. They just believed in the Bible and said that we were the Hebrew people, and this is our religion. We all came together and we stood on that, and this is what we believe in 1949. So the bottom line is, if we want to be something like the government, like if we want to become a part of the government of the world, like, we got to remember this term, become autonomous. Don't nothing else matter. Until we become autonomous, all the discussions on health, marriage, listen, nobody can tell us what we really are until we do it ourselves, period.
We always say in the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.